Okay, let me know once again. Are you listening me? Just give it. Yeah, thank you. Okay, I will start. Just give me 1 minute. I'm setting something and then I will start. Okay, let's start it again. So we were here at the multi-level. So if we have given the definition from bottom to up, you can just give the definition from top to down, and then you can say that if this new class, class B, inherits from this existing parent class, and then this newly created subclass becomes the parent of another class C, this is called multi-level inheritance. This is, I am just giving this definition from top to bottom. And previously I gave you the definition from bottom to up. So it's up to you how you can say this, how you can just explain this structure or type of inheritance. And then we have the hierarchical inheritance. And after looking over this diagram, you can say when more than one classes becomes the child classes of a parent class, then this is called hierarchical. And according to the point here, hierarchical is an inheritance in which a parent class is inherited by multiple subclasses. So when you have the multiple child classes of a parent class, this is called inheritance. So these are just the simple definitions that we are just seeing as a type of inheritance. And now these two ones, the multiple and the hybrid, these are not supported in Java. Why? Have a look over this diagram, why these are not supported in Java. Have a look over these diagram of these inheritance types. For example, here you can see that we have two parents, class A and class B. We have two parents, and these two parents have a child, one child. So if you have, these are not two parents, it means that you have multiple parents. It is the opposite of hierarchical. So if you have more than one parent and they have, if you have more than one parent and they have the common child, is there anybody who want to ask something? Okay. So let's start it again. If you have more than one parent of a single child, this is called multiple inheritance. Don't mix this multiple inheritance with multi-level because the names are very much close to each other. So if you have more than one parents of a single child, that is called multiple inheritance. And you can see that this is something not a normal thing. This is not according to the real life. So this is just an example which is not according to the real life. So that's why this is not supported in Java also. And And the other one is, just have a look over here. When you have more than one classes, when you have more than one classes becoming the child or the children of a single parent class, that is okay. That is okay according to the real world life concept. And it is hierarchical. Have a look over here. This is same as hierarchical. But now here in the second part of this diagram, more than one parent classes are becoming the parent of again a single class. More than one or multiple classes are becoming the parent of a single child class. That is this portion. This portion is again the multiple. Again, this thing. So this is again opposite to the real world. So that's why it is not supported in Java. But still, you can, if you want to apply these concepts in Java, you can still apply these concepts. And you can apply these concepts through interfaces. And this will be the topic at the end of this course, the CO6, that would be about abstract and interfaces. You will see these things in details there. And you can just, after having this information, you can just now read these definitions and then you will understand. So when one class inherits multiple classes, so now this is class C, one class, and it is inheriting multiple classes. This is called multiple inheritance. And what is hybrid inheritance? Hybrid inheritance is a combination of multiple. This is the multiple, and you have seen that this diagram is existed here. Multiple, hierarchical. So this, the above portion is for the above portion is that one, the hierarchical. So hybrid is the combination of multiple, hybrid, and multi-level. And we have this is so this is the 0th level, this is the 1, this is the 1th, or this is the 2nd, or you can say. And here we have the levels like that. Here we have the levels. So that is why hybrid inheritance is a combination of multiple, hierarchical, and multi-level inheritance. Now moving forward, and now we will see these types of inheritance one by one with some source code examples. So now the single inheritance, we are going to see the example of single inheritance. The definition of the single inheritance, you know that, and it is just mentioned it again. But here, now in this example, we have two classes, the animal and the dog. And we want to, we want to make this dog class the child class of this animal class. And single inheritance is what? You know that in single class, you have a single child class and single parent class. So now you will see this thing in that program. Here we have the single parent class, single child class, and then we have the normal class, which is just having the main method in it, and we have the object which is just trying to access the information of these two classes. So khalas, nothing else. So here we have the class animal, starting bracket, ending, and then we have the method eat. The return type of this method is void. This method is not returning anything. And you know that when you have something, when you have the return type as integer or float or something, then we must have the return statement in the body of that method. So anyhow, this is the eat method, and we are just printing a simple message eating. by using this system.out.println method, and this will be displayed on the screen. And then we have the dog class dog. You are using the word extends. When we have this word extend, it means that this class dog is now becoming the child class of whatever the name of the class written next. So next is animal. So now this dog class is becoming the child of this animal class. Okay, starting bracket, ending bracket, and we have this method bark, and it is not taking any argument into it, and the return type is void, and then we are just printing message barking. Then we have the class test inheritance starting and the ending of this class. Then after the main method, we are creating an object for this child class, which is dog, and the name of that object is D. And this dog is the call to the default constructor, which is not available there. If some default constructor is not available in the class, then you know that what will happen. The compiler will create that default constructor automatically. You know this thing already. And then after that, we are just calling this method bark. We are calling this method, and this d.eat, we are calling this method. So with an object of a child class, you can access the information of this child class and also the information of the parent class. So d.bark, so the bark method will be called and the barking will be printed, as you can see here. D.eat, it will go first into the dog, it will find the eat, no, it is not available, and this dog is extending this animal class. So according to inheritance, it will go into the animal and it will search for the eat method, which is available there, and this eating will be printed. So this, I am going from this child class to animal class only for your understanding. Otherwise, when you normally compile your program, at that time, your compiler located that which thing is available where. And after that identification, your compiler normally make make another file of your program that is called class file. And in that class file, it normally write all these things, that where the animal class is available, where the dog class is available, where, what is this object, where the location of the main method, what is this object, and how, what this object can access. All this information is normally available in that dot class file, which normally created after the compilation of your program. So now this is single inheritance. You know, in this single inheritance, we have one class, and then we have another class, and this another class is inheriting this single animal class. So this is the structure or the type of this one, this category. Okay, I can just remove all these things from the slides. I think we have an option here to remove all these things. Okay, now it's gone. Okay. Now moving forward. So this is the lab practice. We don't have the lab here online, so I can give you the time and then you can just type these programs on your laptop. But first I will try to finish this topic, and after the completion, if we will have the time, then I will give you the time and then you can do. So here lab practice means slide 10. So maybe this is the slide 10. You have to write the program here on your machines and then you have to test it. We will do it later on, and I am moving forward. So Is it okay if I am moving forward? Because this is the last class of the week and the next week you have the exam. So I think it is better to finish this chapter. It has only 20 slides, so it's easy. So now the multi-level inheritance, and multi-level is what you know that from the diagram. Just have a look over this diagram. This is multi-level. When we have three classes, I'm not exactly three classes. It can be more. It can be 4 or 5. But this would be the structure. We have some parent class which will have some child class, and then that child class will be behaving as parent class, and that have another child class, that have another child class, that have another child class. If the inheritance is categorizing in this type, then it is multi-level. So now we already know the definition of the multi-level. So now have a look over this diagram. This is the definition of the multi-level inheritance again. And then have a look over this diagram. So here we have the class animal. This is first. And then we have another class which is becoming the child class of this animal class. And then we have another class which is becoming the child of this dog class. And then we have the normal class, which will have the main method, and then we are trying to access the information which is available in these different classes. So now the class, the animal, which is same as you have in this previous program, animal and dog is same. So the animal method eat, printing, eating. We have the dog class extending this animal class. And we have the bark method, just printing simply barking according to this previous single inheritance, the same. And now we have the class baby dog, which is extending what? This dog B, this dog class. If this is A, this is B, and if this is C, then this C class is extending this B. So now baby dog extends this dog class. So now this baby dog is the child of this dog, and this dog is the child of this animal. And if you will create an object of this baby dog, that object can have the access, all access of this class. And as this is the child of that dog, so that object can have access of this dog class also. And that dog class is the child of that animal. So it means that object can have access to all the information available in this animal class also. So I'm just giving you this idea so that it will be easy for you. So, and then in the baby dog, we have the method weep, return type is void, and just printing a message, weeping. And then we have the class, journal class, test inheritance 2. After the main method, we are creating an object for this baby dog class, and the object name is D. And then D.weep. Let's have a look over here. D.weep, D.weep. So D has the data type baby dog. So I will go into the baby dog, search for the weep. Weep is there. Okay, then this weeping will be printed, as you can see in the output. And after that, this will be executed, D.bark. So first, I'm just saying it because we are doing it on the slides. So that's why I'm saying it, that I'm going first here in the baby dog. And I will search for this bark method. Bark is not there, but this baby dog has the dog as the parent class. So then I will go to the parent and I will search for the bark. Bark is there. And then this barking will be printed. And then D.eat. So first I will go into the baby dog, search for this eat method, not available. I will go to the parent class, search for the eat method, not available. Then I will go to the parent class, search for the eat method. It is available there, and I will print as this eating. Simply, this is the output. And this is the understanding of this multi-level inheritance. Is it clear? Anybody have questions up to that point? No? Can I move forward? Okay, maybe you are sleeping, huh? Because this is the online teaching. You have just, no, some people are responding. It's clear, okay. Okay, good. If you are here, then it's good. You can turn on your mics and you can reply. It is not a restriction from my side that you have to mute your mics. If you want to speak, you can speak. You can turn on the mics and you can speak. And now I am moving to the next topic, which is hierarchical inheritance. And what is hierarchical inheritance? Have a look on the diagram first. This is hierarchical inheritance. If you have one class as a parent, and if you have the multiple classes as a children of that class, then this is hierarchical. So now we have to look over it. So now we have to search, or we have to look over this type of inheritance here. So this is the definition. You can just read it. When two or more classes inherits a single class, it is known as hierarchical inheritance. Let's have a look over here in this example. Here we have somebody is asking how parent classes access child classes. No, parent class cannot have access to the child class. Okay. If you want to say that if you have the object for the parent class, and through that object you can access the information of child classes, it is not allowed in inheritance. That's why this is the reason that you normally hide information from your father, and your father cannot do anything because you are hiding. So in this topic of inheritance, child classes can have the access of parent classes, but the opposite direction, no, it is not allowed. Okay, hierarchical inheritance. According to the diagram, we have now one parent class, and then we have the multiple child classes. Then it is some kind of a type that would be hierarchical. So here we have the animal class, which will be the parent, and then we have the dog class, which is the child of this animal class. And then we have the cat class, which is the child of, again, that animal class, not the dog class. Okay. So now we are making these two classes, dog and cat, as a child or children of this animal class. And then we have the journal class with the main method and creating sub-object and looking what is happening. So have a look over here. So the class is animal, method eat, printing just eating. So the same classes as we have in the previous. So then nothing is changed. So that's why I'm just quickly moving over these classes. So the dog, extending animal. So animal is now the parent class. And then we have the method bark, just printing the bark. Now here is the difference. We have the class, the cat class, And it is extending what? The animal class, not the dog class. In previous program, baby dog is extending this dog class. So that is multi-level. And here this cat is extending the animal. And we have the method meow, and then just printing what? Printing this message meowing. Then we have the class test inheritance, starting and ending. We have the main method, and we are creating an object for this cat class. C, this is the call to the default constructor. And we are calling c.meow. So C has the data type cat. So I will go into this class cat and I will look for this method meow. Yes, it is available. And then I will just print the meowing as you can see in the output. And then after that, c.eat, I will first go into the cat class. I will search for this eat. Eat is not available. Then I will go to the animal class and eat is available. And then the program will print this eating message simply as you can see in the output. If you can see here, if you will write this c.bark, C has the data type cat. So first I will go into the cat. I will search for the bark, not available. I will go to the parent class animal. I will search for the bark, not available. And then the compiler will not be able to find that bark method with this object C, because C has the data type cat, which C is the object of cat, and animal is the parent of that cat. Dog has no any connection with this C object. So that's why it is compile time error. If you will just uncomment this statement and after running your program, you will see this compile time error in the output. So this is an example of hierarchical. Now, this topic is just this topic is previously we have seen here, when we were seeing here, we said that this multiple and hybrid is not supported in Java. And then at the end we said that still we can apply this concept of multiple and hybrid inheritance in Java. And if we want to implement these concepts, we can use interfaces which are available in Java. So now, why multiple and hybrid inheritance are not supported in Java? Now, we want the answer for this question. We already said that it is not according to the real world. In real world, we don't have the multiple parents for one kid. So that's why maybe, so that is also, this is against the norms of the real world. But still, if you want to do programming in this category, yes, we can. And so now this question is again, why multiple and hybrid inheritance are not supported in Java? The simple answer is there. We want to reduce the complexity and we want to simplify our program. If we will allow this multiple and hybrid inheritance in Java in our program, and if in our program we have many classes, then we will not know that which class is the parent class and which class is the child class. Because if the structure of the program would become too much complex, that we will not identify that which is the child, which is the parent, etc., etc. So that's why we in Java, multiple and hybrid inheritance is not supported. To reduce complexity, and we want to simplify the language. Language here means Java programming language. So let's see now the proper answer for this multiple and hybrid inheritance. Now we can see here, we have three classes here, class A, class B, and class C. And then we have the main method, sub-object are like that. Have a look over here on class A. This is class A, and it has a method MSG, and it is printing simple message hello. Then we have the class B. This class B is not inheriting any class. This is the difference, okay? This class B is not inheriting any class. And then we have the same method here, MSG, with another method, with another message, welcome. And then we have the class C. Look over the diagram of the multiple inheritance. So one class becoming the child of multiple classes. Having this diagram in your mind, now you will see this program. So now this class C extends A and B. A comma B. How you can write A comma B if there are the multiple classes? Somebody is asking some question. Hamza, he's asking mother and father. Children can get traits from each one, so we can extend from two classes maybe. No. Here, yes, but mother and father is parent, okay? So your question is okay, but according to the real world life, your question is okay, but in Java, we are talking about something with respect to Java. So here class C. So that's why multiple parents is allowed in Java. It is not supported, but it is allowed. If you want to go with multiple parents, you can use interfaces, okay, not the inheritance. So, okay, is it right? Is it right, Hamza? Did you get my point? If you want to apply the concept of multi-parents, you can apply, but not with the concept of inheritance. You can apply this concept by another topic, that is interfaces. Ahmed Nasser is saying, bro, brother, mother, or father can't have child separately. Both mother and father cannot have child separately. Give some example. Maybe, so if mother is a class and they want their child separately, yes, it is allowed in Java, in an inheritance. We are in the topic of inheritance. And if father have its own child classes, yes, this is normal. This structure is available. For example, here class A, class B, you can see this class A is mother and having a child. Class B, you can say class A is father and having a child. So this is single inheritance. There is no issue. Even this is hierarchical. Class A is father, have the children. And you can consider class A as mother and have the children. So this is allowed, but this thing, multiple and hybrid, this is something different. So, any other question? No? Okay. So here class C is becoming the child of two classes, A and B. A and B. Now A comma B. We can separate the classes with comma. So A comma B. So now A and B are the parents of this child class C. This is a starting, this is the ending. We have the main method here, and we are creating an object for the C class. So that's why C, and this is the name of the object obj, and new, and this is the constructor, default constructor. So with this object, now we are obj.message, we are calling this message method. This is the method available here in A and also in B. So now this is an object of C class. This is an object of C class. Just give me your attention, please. This is an object of C class, and this is the class C. With this, so this class is the child of this parent B and also the A. So with this object, we are trying to access this message and also that message in A and B. So my question is, which method it will call with this object? So the compiler here will confuse. C is the child of A and also the B. So now this method in A is also available. This method in B is also available. Both are parents. But which method it will call? Obj.message. So now this is the fight. And machines cannot. So here in this situation, your machine cannot give you the solution. It is, your compiler is in confusion that which method it has to call. Some call them both. No, it is your idea, but not for the Java. If you call them both, it will incorrect your results. So sometimes you'd only want one. So we have only one statement here, hello, and this one. If you want to call this hello, then what is the situation? According to their order. Ahmed Nasser is saying according to their order. No, you are just saying the illogical statement. If you want to order, for example, if your question is execute them in order, and if I say that I want to execute this method in class B, then what is your answer? Is it available in your programming or not? Then maybe you will not say anything. So then there is a confusion. Your compiler will remain confused. Now, which method it has to call? So that is the reason. That is the reason. Innocent is saying, what if the methods have different names? Will it work? Yes, if the methods will have different words, if the methods have different names, but this is multiple inheritance, A comma B, this is not allowed in inheritance. So if you have different methods,